I'm doing great. Why just okay? I guess okay for you is great.
Sorry?
Doing okay means great.
Yep.
Okay, take it. All right. Craving a diet soda. At this early in the morning, I love it. Always craving a diet soda. Here's my nice picture of a nice crisp diet soda for you, Mel. All right. I'm just gonna mute you guys and then we'll jump into it. Okay, cool. So today we're talking about is diet soda bad for you? But Anthony, the artificial sweeteners, the headlines, everything, they say it's bad for you. Let's talk about it. All right. So let me let these people in. Come on in. Come on in. So the short answer first. Diet soda is not bad for you. It's not bad for you in normal amounts. It's actually one of the most studied food products in the world. For fat loss and body composition, it is usually neutral, meaning it doesn't have a positive or a negative effect, but it's actually neutral to positive. If anything, it's more positive than it is negative, and we'll talk about it in the later slides, but mostly because it replaces calories you would have otherwise drank. So from like a fat loss standpoint, if you take a regular soda versus a diet soda has essentially no calories. It's going to help you create calorie deficit and therefore a little bit of a positive for fat loss. Compared to regular sodas, diet soda is the easy fat loss cheat code in a sense. All right, so calories and body composition, just the big picture here. So a regular soda can have anywhere from like 140 to 200 calories per can, mostly liquid sugar, doesn't fill you up, and it's easy to drink multiple per day. You can easily drink like 500 plus calories of soda in a day, and it does not keep you full. Consistent intake equals calorie surplus equals fat gain. Diet soda, on the other hand, has anywhere from 0 to 5 calories, and most of them will say 0 calories, but they have a few calories in them. But food labels are allowed to round down on most cases. Sweet taste without sugar doesn't meaningfully affect blood sugar or insulin, and despite what you might hear people say, there's no backed proven research to say it really has a meaningful effect on those things. And ultimately, replacing sugary drinks with diet soda leads to you reducing your calories, which therefore helps create calorie deficit, and that improves body composition over time. So for fat loss, diet soda is a tool. All right, make sure everyone's good here. Okay, cool. All right, Anthony, but what about the artificial sweeteners? What about those? So a lot of fear comes from rat studies using insanely high doses. And a lot of the times there are correlation studies, not causation. And what that means is just because you're associated to drinking diet soda and you get some sort of outcome doesn't mean diet soda necessarily is the cause for that outcome. Just correlation does not equal causation. So, and there's a lot of sensational media headlines, right? Like artificial sweeteners may increase death risks. So these are just like all these headlines and news places, they make money through clicking on their headlines and clicking through their articles. So they have like headlines like this just to just to draw you in, and people will see these things and they won't even read the study, they won't even read anything else. They'll just see this headline and they'll be like, oh, artificials are going to kill me. Artificial sweeteners are going to kill me. So important context. Rats metabolize sweeteners differently than humans, right? We're different than rats at the end of the day, and a lot of these studies were on rats. Many studies use human equivalent of like 20 to 40 plus cans per day, which is a shit ton. That's a technical term of diet soda. That is a lot. Increased risk often disappears when weight and lifestyle are controlled, right? And I'll get into this a little bit later, but what's worse for you, being 100 pounds overweight or drinking a little bit of diet soda, right? If you drink diet soda and you end up losing 100 pounds versus being 100 pounds overweight, which one's better for your health, right? People fear diet soda while eating donuts and sleeping 5 hours. That's not a sweetener problem, it's a lifestyle problem, right? So a lot of the people are like, diet sodas are so bad for you. And then there's same people sleeping 5 hours, or same people eating fast food, junk, donuts all the time. So it's like, oh, you're gonna tell me what's bad for my health. Okay, got it. Pros of diet soda, again, backed by research. Number one, helps with fat loss, replaces hundreds of calories per day, easier calorie deficit. Two, helps satisfy sweet cravings, which can prevent big binges or dessert blowouts. So some of the artificial sweeteners can give your brain like a little bit of a dopamine response, which can kind of like fill your cravings for something sweet. And also like the fizz in the diet soda can help fill up your stomach, which also can help with some of those cravings as well. Number three, doesn't meaningfully spike insulin or blood sugar, right? Despite the internet myths, repeated human trials show minimal effects, right? If you look at the meta-analysis, which is when they do an analysis on a bunch of analyses, those don't show any meaningful spikes in insulin or blood sugar, right? And when we look at research, we always want to look at meta-analysis or look at the efficacy of the study before we make a decision off of just like one study. Number four, makes adherence easier. So the best diet is the one you can actually stick to at the end of the day. If diet soda helps you stay on the plan and you lose weight and you improve your blood markers as a result, it's useful. Some potential cons, downsides. So it actually can increase cravings in some people, but that one's not physiological for most. It's more psychological association with sweet food. So like if you get a little bit of that artificial sweetener, some people psychologically can go down a rabbit hole of like now I want more sugar. But again, this is just as more so psychological, not physiological, versus what I talked about in the previous slide of like the fizz expanding your stomach and giving you a little bit of dopamine could be towards the physiological aspect. Number two, can replace water intake. Hydration still matters. Don't live on diet soda alone, but ultimately water is going to be the best hydration to go versus only getting your hydration from diet soda. And
Um, and
number three, oh, number three, GI upset for some individuals. So certain sweeteners can cause gas or bloating in higher amounts. If you drink a lot of diet soda, you might notice you're a little bit more bloated. That's a downside if you're someone that can't handle bloat and when you look in the mirror, you get a little bit bloated and you kind of go off the rails. You're like, I just gained 10 pounds. I look like shit. So that's a downside. Number four, sleep issues if caffeinated. So if you're drinking like Diet Coke at night, there's a little bit of caffeine in there. That could lead to worse sleep, which could lead to worse fat loss. And then number five, extreme overconsumption is not studied well. 10 to 20 cans per day, every single day, long term. We're not sure. We haven't done a lot of studies around that crazy amount of overconsumption in humans, just rats, like we mentioned. And then we simply don't have robust data at the end of the day to say it's bad for us. Does diet soda cause weight gain? So again, there's no direct evidence that diet soda causes fat gain. What sometimes happen is people can drink diet soda, feel like they saved calories, then they eat more elsewhere. They're like, I'm going to Chick-fil-A and I'm going to be healthy today. I'm getting a diet soda, right? And they're like, I'm healthy. I might as well eat more food and they end up over consuming more like chicken nuggies or, or something like that instead because they think they're being healthy by simply drinking a diet soda. The soda wasn't the problem. Behavior compensation was. How much is too much? So there's no single magic limit, but here's like a reasonable guideline, like 0 to 2 cans per day. You're fine. You're generally fine. It's no concern there. 3 to 4 cans per day, still likely fine if your GI and sleep are okay. Again, if you're fine, your bloating's under control, or you're fine with a little bit of bloating, your sleep's not getting impacted from the caffeine, you're cool, everything's good, everything's fine. If you're drinking like 6+ daily long term, we just don't know yet. Not well studied. But again, this is most of you don't drink that much at the end of the day. I used to be somewhere in that 6+ can day. Especially when I'm dieting pretty drastically, like competition prep, because it helped me with my cravings, like I mentioned. But I'm just fine, I think. If diet soda is your biggest health risk, you're doing amazingly well at the end of the day. If your biggest concern is a diet soda, you're good. We want to focus on calories, protein, fiber, training, sleep first, then we can worry about the sweeteners. So key health context, what actually matters more, much bigger health levers than diet soda. Being overweight, right? Way worse than just drinking some diet sodas. Smoking, poor sleep, low activity, high alcohol intake, ultra processed overeating, low fruit, veg intake. Like if you're diet soda versus these things, which one do we think is worse for us? Definitely these things. Compared to those, diet soda is a rounding error, meaning a minimal effect. Should I just drink water instead? Water is great. You should drink it. But behaviorally, for many people, diet soda helps with adherence. So, like if you just drinking water might not give you again some of that sweet tooth craving that you might have. So it could help with you stick to your diet. And then ultimately, adherence leads to calorie deficit. Calorie deficit leads to fat loss. Fat loss leads to better health markers across the board. So diet soda can help us, in fact, lose fat because of this little chain here. So sometimes the best choice isn't perfect, it's sustainable. And again, going back to what I said earlier, drinking a little bit of diet soda, if it helps you lose fat, lose weight, and your health markers improve, and therefore improves the quality and quantity of your life, I'm going to take that over avoiding diet soda and end up drinking actual soda and being overweight. Bottom line, diet soda isn't magic. Diet soda also isn't poison. It's a useful tool for fat loss and adherence. Normal intake is considered safe in humans by major health organizations. It's again, how much are you drinking? The dose makes the poison, not necessarily the label, right? 20, 40+ cans versus just like a little bit of diet soda, that's a different story. Key takeaways. Diet soda does not equal fat gain. Regular soda equals easy fat gain because there's plenty of calories in them, easy to drink. Artificial sweetener is mostly from rat mega dosing and bad headlines. 1 to 3 cans per day is generally fine. Watch cravings, gut response, caffeine, and sleep. If it helps you diet better, it's a net positive tool at the end of the day. If it helps you lose weight and you're drinking a decent amount of diet soda, it's totally fine for you. Questions?
I have a question.
What's up?
So I've never logged drinking a diet soda. I mean, I don't do it very often, but I've never logged it. Same thing with black coffee. Is this something that I should be putting into the app?
No, if it's under 5 calories, generally my rule of thumb is it's not worth logging. Now, if you're drinking 20 diet sodas and there's 5 calories in each of them, then that's like an extra what, 100 calories. Then that could be an issue. But if you're drinking like a few, it's not even worth it.
Cool, thank you.
Got you. Other questions? Rich, what's up?
Hey, good morning. This might just be technicality, but is there any key difference between diet soda and anything labeled zero sugar?
It's gonna come down to just like the type of artificial sweetener in them and the other ingredients in them. Some of them might have like stevia, some of them like a diet soda might have like aspartame. But it's more or less I'd still bucket them in like artificial sweeteners.
All right.
Cool. And it's like stevia, some people might respond better from like a bloating standpoint to that versus like an aspartame. Aspartame tends to bloat people a little bit more. Other questions? Cool. All right, easy enough. Cool. If you guys have questions later, shoot me a message. But otherwise, have the best day of your entire mother freaking life. Form review Thursday, and then Friday. We are talking about, we're talking about benefits of low volume training. So this is like a kind of a popular trending topic, but Anthony, can I just train with less sets and get great results? Can I just do less for more? Potentially. We can talk about it come Friday. Cool. All right. Peace out, guys. Talk soon.